Most people will spend 2026 the same way they spent 2025, wishing, waiting, telling themselves that this time will be different. Don't be most people. Here's the thing nobody wants to admit. You don't need a new year. You don't need a new plan. You don't need more motivation. You need to stop lying to yourself about who you are and what you're actually capable of. And the gap between where you are right now and where you want to be, it's not as big as you think, but it will never close if you keep trying to cross it in one jump. 1%, that's all I'm asking you to think about today, not a revolution. Because here's the math that most people never sit with long enough to understand. 1% better every single day for a year doesn't make you not a complete overhaul of your life. 1 single percent better than yesterday. 365% better, it makes you 37 times better. 37 times the person you are right now. That's not improvement, that's transformation. And it starts with decisions so small they almost feel embarrassing to talk about. Let's start with your mornings, because I don't care how disciplined you think you are, how the rest of your day goes is decided before you ever walk out the door. They wake up and immediately hand their brain to someone else. Notifications, news, arguments, other people's opinions flooding in before the first hour you have is the most important hour you will spend all day. And most people are throwing it straight in the trash. Even had a chance to decide who they want to be today. Stop doing that. The moment you open your eyes, that's yours. That window, before the world gets loud, that's where your identity gets set for the day. Move your body. Not a full workout if you don't have it in you, just movement. Signal to your nervous system that you are alive and you are choosing to be here. Because the version of you that walks into the world after an intentional morning is not the same person who stumbles out half asleep reaching for, then feed your mind something real, a page, a chapter. Journaling, sit with your own thoughts long enough to actually know what they are, their phone. That ritual, however simple it is, that's armor. Now let's talk about what's going on inside your head, because here's something most people never take seriously enough. Your internal dialogue is not just commentary, it's construction. Every single thing you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of is laying a brick somewhere. Either building a house you'd actually want to live in, or a prison you can't see the walls of. Negative thinking doesn't take any effort. Weeds don't need to be planted, left alone they grow. Positive thinking, self-belief, the refusal to speak badly about yourself, that takes work. That takes daily intention. And I'm not talking about fake positivity where you smile through real pain. I'm talking about standing guard at the door of your own mind. Choosing not to let every doubt, every fear, every voice that says you're not enough, choosing not to let those things move in and set up furniture. You get to decide what stays. Most people don't realize they've given that power away. And if you've been giving it away, I need you to hear this clearly. Your past is not your identity unless you decide to keep living there. You've made mistakes, you've had setbacks, you've started things you didn't finish and promised yourself things you didn't follow through on. That's not a character verdict, that's a chapter. The question isn't what happened. The question is whether you're going to let what happened decide what happens next. Excuses are the nails used to build a house of failure. Every time you say you're too old, you don't have the money, you don't have the connections, you didn't have the right start. You're hammering, and I know that sounds harsh, but I need you to actually sit with it. Every time you say you don't have time, you're building something into place, and eventually that structure becomes load-bearing. It becomes the reason you stop trying before you even begin. The people you look at and think they got lucky, I promise you most of them just refuse to accept those excuses. They had the same hours you have. Some of them had harder starts. They just decided at some point that the story they were telling themselves was not going to be the last word. You can make that decision today, right now, not Monday, not next month, today. Now I want to talk about who you're surrounding yourself with, because this one might be the hardest truth in this entire video. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people you are around. We hold on to relationships out of loyalty, out of history, out of guilt. Even when those relationships are quietly draining everything we're trying, and that distinction has ended more people's potential than almost anything else to build. Look at your 5 closest people. Now ask yourself honestly, are they pulling you up or are they keeping you comfortable staying small? Comfort is not the same as support. Someone can love you and still unconsciously discourage you from becoming more than they are. Someone can be in your life for years and still be the wrong person for where you're going. Loyalty to a toxic past is treason to your future. That's a hard sentence, but I need you to mean it. And while we're talking about the people in your life, stop telling them your plans. Seriously, stop announcing goals you haven't achieved yet. Stop seeking validation for moves you haven't made. But what's actually happening in your brain when you tell someone about the business you're going to start, or the weight you're going to lose, I know it feels like sharing your vision with people is part of the journey. Life you're going to build. Your brain registers it as partially done. You get a hit of satisfaction without doing any of the work. And that satisfaction quietly kills the urgency to actually move. Build in silence. Do the work when nobody's watching. Let results be the announcement. There's something powerful that happens when you stop performing your ambition and just start living it. When the people around you notice the change without you explaining it, that's when you know it's real. Now I want to tell you about a tree. The Chinese bamboo tree. You plant it, you water it, you protect the soil, you tend to it every single day. And for the first year, nothing, no visible growth. Nothing you can point to and say, look what I built. Second year, nothing. Third year, still nothing. Year 4, you're still showing up, still watering, still protecting what you planted, and there is nothing above the ground to show for it. 5 years of invisible work, and then in year 6, in a span of 6 weeks, the Chinese bamboo tree grows 80 feet. Now did it grow 80 feet in 6 weeks? Or did it grow 80 feet over 5 years? The roots were going down the entire time. The foundation was being laid underground, invisible to everyone, including you. And this is exactly what's happening when you feel like you're putting in the work and nothing is changing. You are not failing, you are rooting. The growth is happening where you can't see it yet. But the moment you stop watering, the moment you walk away because you can't see immediate results, you kill 5 years of underground progress. This is why consistency is not just a productivity tip. It's the whole game. Showing up when it's boring. Showing up when nothing seems to be working. Showing up when nobody is watching and nobody is clapping. That's where character is built, not in the highlight moments. In the dark, look at your environment right now. Your room, your car, your finances. Because here's something I've learned. Your external world is always a mirror of your internal one. Chaos outside usually means chaos inside. Disorder in your space usually means disorder in your thinking. And I'm not telling you to be perfect. I'm telling you to notice. Cleaning your space is not a chore. It's a signal to yourself about the standard you're willing to live at. Tracking where your money goes, even if it's uncomfortable, is not about being cheap. It's about being conscious. Every small act of discipline in your environment is practice for the bigger acts of discipline that your future requires. So here's what I want you to do. 7 days. That's it. 7 consecutive days of choosing the better version of yourself. Wake up without hitting snooze. Move your body. Eat something that fuels you instead of just filling you. Block 1 hour, one focused, distraction-free hour for the work that actually matters. And speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you believe in. 7 days. Not a year, not a decade, 7 days. Because what happens in those 7 days is not just productivity, it's proof. Proof to yourself that you can do it, that you are the kind of person who does it. And once you have that proof, you build on it. 1 more day, then 1 more. Until the discipline stops being something you do and becomes something you are. 2026 is going to pass. That's not up for debate. The question is who you're going to be when it does. Same person, same excuses, same comfortable misery, or someone your current self wouldn't quite recognize. Someone quieter in their confidence, more intentional, more alive. The old version of you served its purpose, but it's time. Let it go. 1% at a time, starting today.
Every single day I thank God, not because life is perfect, but because life is a gift. Some people didn't wake up today. Some people never got another chance, but you did. Listen to me. That means your story is not finished yet. So keep going, keep growing, and stay grateful, because gratitude is the beginning of greatness.